The single dad waited alone, every Christmas until a homeless single mom and her daughter knocked on his door with, every Christmas Sam Thompson sat alone in his small snow-dusted house at the edge of town. The aroma of pine from the lonely tree in the corner barely masked the silence that filled the room. He had tried to celebrate once or twice after his wife passed, but the laughter of friends and family felt like a reminder of what he had lost. So year after year, Sam stayed home, his only company a mug of cocoa and the soft hum of old holiday records. This Christmas felt colder than usual. Sam's 6-year-old son, Danny, was visiting his grandparents, and Sam was left to face the quiet by himself. He stared at the flickering lights of the tiny Christmas tree and sighed, wondering if this would always be his life, replaying memories of a family that was no longer whole. Just as he was about to pour himself another drink, there was a knock at the door. Frowning, Sam wiped his hands on his sweater and shuffled over. Standing on the porch, shivering in the December wind, were two figures, a woman and a little girl wrapped in threadbare coats. "Hi," the woman said softly. "I'm sorry to bother you. We don't have anywhere to go tonight." Sam hesitated. In all his years, he had never had unexpected guests on Christmas. The little girl clutched a small, tattered stuffed bear to her chest and looked up at him with wide, hopeful eyes. Something in her gaze pierced Sam's heart. "Come in," he said, stepping aside. They sat together around his tiny tree, sharing the warmth of the fire. The woman introduced herself as Claire, and the little girl, Lily. They told him about their struggles, how Claire had lost her job, and how the streets had become their home. Sam listened, feeling a quiet ache he hadn't realized he still carried for others. Then, with trembling hands, Claire reached into her bag. "We don't have much, but we made this for you." She handed Sam a small, hand-painted ornament. It was simple: a little house, a Christmas tree, and two stick figures holding hands. Sam felt his throat tighten. It wasn't the ornament itself. It was the thought, the courage it took for them to knock on his door, and the warmth they carried into his quiet house. For the first time in years, Sam laughed. He invited them to stay for dinner. They ate cold cuts and warm bread, shared stories, and sang carols off-key. That night, the house wasn't just warm, it was alive. As they prepared to leave, Lily hugged Sam tightly. "Can we come back next year?" she asked, her voice small but insistent. "You better believe it," Sam said, tears brimming. That night, after they left, Sam sat back in his chair. The silence was still there, but it no longer felt heavy. For the first time, he realized that Christmas wasn't about the absence of family. It was about opening your heart, even when it feels like there's nothing left to give. From that Christmas onward, Sam waited no longer in loneliness. Every year, he hung that little ornament on his tree and welcomed unexpected joy, knowing that sometimes the greatest gifts come from the most unexpected places. The next morning, Sam woke to find a soft layer of snow covering the yard, sunlight sparkling on the icicles that hung like crystal chandeliers from the roof. He poured himself coffee and sat by the window, expecting the familiar emptiness. But something had changed. He felt anticipation. By mid-morning, there was a knock. Sam opened the door to find Claire and Lily, bundled up in warmer coats this time, holding a small tray of cookies. "We thought we'd bring you a Christmas morning treat," Claire said with a shy smile. Sam laughed, feeling a warmth he hadn't known in years. Come in, come in." Over the next few hours, the little house was filled with laughter and the aroma of fresh cocoa. Lily showed Sam her drawings, proudly holding up a picture of all three of them under a Christmas tree, smiling. Sam realized he hadn't remembered the last time he had genuinely felt included in something so simple, yet so precious. Claire and Sam spent the afternoon sharing stories of childhood Christmases, while Lily danced around the tree, her little feet leaving tiny prints in the soft rug. Sam felt the loneliness he had carried for so long melting away, replaced by a sense of family he hadn't thought possible. When the evening came, Claire and Lily hugged Sam tightly. "Thank you for last night," Claire whispered. "We didn't know anyone would care." "You're family now," Sam said quietly, tears glimmering in his eyes. "And family looks out for each other." Weeks passed and their bond deepened. Sam helped Claire find a small apartment, but she insisted on keeping their Christmas tradition alive. Every year, without fail, they returned to Sam's little home, decorating the tree, sharing meals, and creating memories that stitched their lives together. On one particularly snowy Christmas Eve, Sam watched Lily hang the ornament they had given him the first year. She looked up at him and said, "This is our magic tree, right?" Sam nodded, smiling through the tears. "The most magical one." He realized then that Christmas wasn't about gifts, decorations, or even the perfect dinner. It was about opening your heart to others, even strangers, and letting love grow where you least expect it. And that year, Sam's home, once a quiet refuge of solitude, had become a place of laughter, warmth, and hope, a true sanctuary of humanity. From then on, Sam never waited alone again.